Hi everyone, my name is David and welcome to this noCRM product tour. I will be guiding you on today's session. Perfect. On today's agenda, first we will talk about who we are, who noCRM is. Then we will explain why companies choose noCRM. And finally, we will move into a live product tour. During this demo, I will show you leads and prospect management, how to create leads, how to configure and customize your account, and also some additional features on how to analyze user and team activity. Perfect. So let's talk about noCRM. So noCRM is a lead management software that follows the sales process from the moment a lead is created until it becomes a client. We have been in the market for more than 10 years. Today, the app is available in 6 languages: English, French, Spanish, Portuguese, Italian, and German. Also, more than 14,000 people use noCRM across 80 countries to close deals. And also 2 years ago, noCRM became part of Positive Group, a SaaS marketing solution company with more than 300 employees. Perfect. So who is noCRM for? It's mainly used by solopreneurs, traditional sales teams, and also outbound sales teams. Many people ask us, in which industry does noCRM work? And the answer is very simple. Any industry can adapt noCRM to its sales process. We work with companies in renewable energy, real estate, B2C, B2B, services, lead generation agencies, and many more. So later during this demo, I will show you how to customize almost 90% of the tool to fit your needs. Perfect. So our vision of a good sales process is clear. Selling is a process. So what do we offer to salespeople? Focusing on selling, not data entry, and also know what action they have to take every morning. And to sales managers and CEOs, we offer them a place where they can see easily and manage activities and results, build strong sales teams, and also centralize data and activities. So why companies choose noCRM? Most of the CRMs out there are not designed for salespeople. They are more designed for marketing and management teams. And noCRM will make your life easier for 2 main reasons. The first one is less information to fill out. So your team is going to be more efficient and always is going to be focused on the deals. And as it's a process, there is always a next action to complete. So you will never miss a lead in this process. Talking about never missing a lead, this is kind of how it looks in noCRM. So always your leads are going to be on standby and to do until you won or lost or canceled those leads. So you're not going to lost any opportunity. So noCRM, or what is an ideal sales system? You can integrate noCRM easily with your inbox, mail, to send, for example, email templates. You can also connect through our mobile app. This helps a lot to those sales reps that are working outside our office, so they can use the mobile app. And you can connect your calendar and some native integrations. Talking about the native integrations, we have different native integrations with, for example, call systems, BOPs, also integration with accounting and cloud systems, marketing and sales automations, and also organization and document management. So what happens if we don't have a native integration? You also have the power of the no-code. You can connect any type of app with noCRM via APIs or Zapier or Make. You can do those connections with our CRM. So perfect. We already checked about noCRM. We can jump into the product demo. So this is the first view that sales reps have every morning, right? Right here, I can see all the leads that I have active. For example, I have some of them that I have to do an action today, and some of them that I have action in, for example, 14 days. The first thing that I want to show you is the pipelines. For example, in this case, I'm in the pipeline opportunity, and the steps are different. For example, we have first contact, meeting booked, proposal sent, but I can change, for example, to renewals, and I have initial contact, review terms, proposal sent. So this is just for you to know that you can create any type of pipeline, and you can change the steps of those pipelines according to your sales process. Then on the left side, we have right here all the features about filters. So you can filter, for example, on the active leads that I have. I'm going to leave alive, but you have different filters like tags, steps, activity, date, and so on. So you can filter your leads by those tags or status. So perfect. This is how it looks a lead. For example, you can create leads from here. And then we have the contact information, for example. Remember all these contact information. You can change all this information in a moment. I'm going to show you how to do that. And also, for example, we have the tags of this lead. You can put a title, and then on this part, you can put for example, if the client is in a client folder, the amount, the probability, the volume, and so on. I already have some of them already created. So we are going to focus, for example, in this one, that is both. So perfect. This is how it looks, a lead, like a real lead. So right here, we have all the information about this lead, all the pre-fill information of this lead. Then on the top part, as you can see, I have to do an action today. And here we can see the different status of a lead. We have to do standby, won, lost, and cancel. So in this case, today I have to do an activity with this lead. Then on this portion, you can see in which pipeline the lead is right now and in which step the lead is right now. For example, right here is in meeting booked. And then we can jump on the amount and probability section. The idea is that you complete all this information on each lead, because we are going to be able to give you proper analytics on your forecast and the amount that you're closing every month. So for example, volume, let's say 8. And also the estimated closing date is super important to give you proper forecast on your activity. Perfect. Then we have the quote and invoice section. Right here, you can create quotes and invoices. So for example, if I'm going to create a quote, I can see the name of the client, the address. I can add the description, quantity, price. So for example, here we are going to put marketing. Quantity is going to be 1. Price, everything is ready. Let's say I'm going to send this quote to my client. I can move it to view. And right here, I have different options. Right now, it's a draft. I can move it to pending to acceptance. And then we have different options. I can download a PDF, also share a link that is going to open the quote. And also I can send via email this quote to the client. Okay. In this case, I'm going to download the PDF to show you in a moment how it looks. Perfect. That's on the quote and invoices. Then on this section right here, we have the tags. Remember, the CRM comes without any tag. You can create any type of tags. So for example, we have here like company size, sales type, rating, visit, industry, and so on. You can create any type of tags on this section. And then I want to focus on this section right here at the top. First of all, you can integrate VOP systems or call systems into noCRM. We have different partnerships. You can check which of them makes more sense to you, but with some of them, we have some discounts. So for example, if I call right here, the system is going to pop up my AirCall system in this case. Once I'm done with the call, as you can see right here, the system once the call is done, is going to be registered inside the lead. So I can review the duration of the call, the number and everything. And also I can access to the recording of the call. Then we have the email sections that I'm going to show you that in a moment. And then we have the WhatsApp section. So the WhatsApp section is a Google Chrome extension that we have at noCRM. It looks something like this. So right here, I can see, for example, all the information about Janina in this case. And also different things that I can do with the extension. It's, for example, send a template. I can select on different templates that I have right here. As you can see, the template you can customize to bring, for example, the name and the name of the company, the name of the lead, sorry. And yeah, I can send those templates right there. Also, something that I can do is save the messages inside the lead. So I can click right here on Save Messages, and I can put, for example, I'm going to tag these ones, and I can save those messages inside the lead. If I go to the lead, it's going to show something like this. So, for example, I have a WhatsApp conversation with Janina, and it's going to be inside the lead. This helps a lot when we are talking about a sales process where different sales rep are involved with the same client. They can review the information that is already shared with the lead. Perfect. Then we have right here this option of some sales scripts. Basically, this will help you or will help your sales rep to properly qualify those clients or those leads that they are calling. So you can put any type of questions that they need to ask. So let's say I'm a sales rep. I am calling Paula in this case. So first I have to ask all these questions. So for example, I am in the call, so I know that is the CEO. Then I'm going to see if she is the decision maker. So let's say yes. Timing estimation, let's say 1 month. Budget, let's say 3K. And then I can put or complete all the different things inside the call. Once I post this information in the lead, it's going to show something like this. So this will help you, your sales rep, if they do a lot of calls. You can have different sales scripts right here. So yeah, they can choose on those ones. Then we are going to move to the comment and email section. So right here, it's basically I can tag, for example, or log any type of comment. So let's say I'm going to tag my manager, Janina, and I'm going to send, please send the quote. Perfect. So in this case, once I post this comment in this lead, Janina is going to receive a notification that she needs to send a quote. Also, I can, for example, pin some conversations. So, for example, this call is important to me, so I'm going to pin that conversation. Also, on the comment section, it's important that you see this little icon right here of activity. It's important that you create your own activities because the system only comes with call, answer, and unanswer, but you can create any type of activity. This is going to help us to give you proper report on which are the activities that your sales team is doing every month. So let's say, for example, you want to put a sales goal of 10 calls answer every day. So for example, I can put, let's say, I'm going to put call answer, and I'm going to put here good call. So what this is going to do is this action or this activity that I just entered is going to count on my report that I can show you in a moment. But yeah, basically you can see that information right there. Then we have the email option. Remember that you can connect your email provider with noCRM. And for example, in this case, I have my signature. Everything is here. I have some templates that I can use. So for example, welcome to noCRM. So as you can see, you can add some variables that it will bring, for example, the name of the lead. In this case, Paula, and also, for example, the name of the company. I'm going to show you how to customize those templates in a moment. But yeah, basically you can customize everything. And let's say, for example, I'm going to send this email. You can see the email stays on the lead. And you can see right here, this little icon right here. We have tracking opens and clicks. So for example, if in this case it's a fake email, but if Paula opens this email, we will see, or we are able to track those opens and clicks right here. So that's pretty much how it looks, the section of or one lead in the system. Let's say I'm going to close this one. Right here, I'm going to filter on the ones that are on to do, and I'm going to see all the ones that are on to do. So for example, on both, I already make my action. I send the email, let's say. So I'm going to put it on standby for next week, let's say. I'm going to save. So the system in 8 days is going to remind me that I have to do a follow-up. Let's say I'm working with Blizzard, this company with Camila. Let's say I already logged my activity. It was a good meeting, so I'm going to put here good meeting, and maybe I'm going to put a resume right here. And once I'm done, I'm going to save that action. And let's say in this case, I'm going to move Camila to standby for next week. And also I can plan my activity that I'm going to do that day. So for example, let's say that in the meeting, Camila told me that she needs to review with the manager if they want to move on. So I'm going to put right here, FUB with Camila to see if all good. And in that case, I'm going to plan an activity that day that is going to be call Camila, save. So the system in 13 days is going to remember me that I have to follow up with Camila to see if all good. As you can see, you can drag and drop your leads on between the different steps on the pipeline. And as you can see, once I move one to standby, it disappears from my to-do from today. Okay, so that's important also to know. Also right here on the leads section, before I move to another section, you can see that we have the pipeline mode. Then we have the extended mode where you can see more information related to all the leads that I have to do today. I also can click or take out that filter so I can to see all the leads. And then we have the compact mode. The compact mode is perfect for those bulk actions that we want to do. So let's say, for example, I want to filter by all the ones that I have on Alive. And let's say, for example, I already did an action with all of them. So let's say I can assign all of them to another sales rep. I can add them to a team. I can move, for example, all of them to proposal send, let's say. And also, for example, let's say with all of them, I already make an action. So I'm going to move them to a standby for, let's say, next week. So the system is going to do those kind of bulk actions. Another perfect example, let me remove the filters. Other perfect example that you can use these bulk actions is, for example, let's say we are close to December, end of the year. So I want to send an email to all my clients, my active clients. So I can move here to, for example, filter with all the won clients. The system will bring all of them. Let's say I'm going to select all of them except, let's say, Ubisoft. Let's say I'm going to send an email to all these clients. I can click right here on send email template, and I can send, for example, a thank you message for this year. In this case, it's showing an error. This is because those emails are fake. But in the case that they are not fake, it's going to show green that is ready to send, and you can send that email. Okay, perfect. Moving on to back to leads. As you can see, I have all now on proposals because we did that change on the bulk action. Perfect. Now we can move to cold prospects. So on cold prospects, remember, you can import massively prospects, leads, and clients. To do that, you can go to, for example, cold prospects, and at the end, you have the new prospecting list. You can import an empty list or import from Excel. It's important that you follow the instructions right here. So, for example, in this case, we have a template file that you can download, and you can accommodate all your information to that template. In order to make that import easier, you just browse the file right here, and you can import that information. Same with leads. You can import leads massively. The template is different, so you have to be careful with those templates. And the same with clients. You can import clients massively. So going back to prospects, perfect right here. For example, I have David Miami Tech event. It's a prospecting list that I have. Remember, a prospect is anyone that you think that there is an opportunity, but they don't know about your existence. So basically on this list, what you can do is start prospecting those leads or those prospects, sorry. So let's say, for example, I'm going to open Canva in this case. So right here, I have all the information about Canva. I know that is Paula Martinez. In this case, I have the same actions as a lead. I can call, email, WhatsApp. I can create new email. For example, send a template. Let's say, for example, a qualification. Welcome to noCRM. I can send that email. Let's say, for example, I was in a call with Paula. She answered. She shows interest in working with us. I can move Paula right away to a lead. I can create a lead from this prospecting list. The system is going to ask me to put the tags that are super important. Remember, you can customize your tags. I am going to show you that in a moment. You can put some of the tasks mandatory. So in this case, I'm going to save. And as you can see, it's going to create Paula as a lead on to do today. So that's how it works. Also, something that I want to show you. Yeah, perfect here. As you can see, there is a call process. For example, I have 70 calls to do every. This is a monthly goal. So for example, if I click again, answer call, it's going to pop up again. So I have daily to do 70 calls. So you can put some goals process, and that's the importance of the activity section, because you can put those sales goals with the activity that the sales rep put in. So that's important. I'm going to show you how to customize that in a moment. Perfect. So let's say, for example, different things that you can do with the lists. Let's say Canva, Capcom are already a lead. So I can change the color, let's say to green. And you can play around with the colors. For example, I have the ones that are in red. They are not interested. The ones in yellow, they ask me to call them again later. But yeah, basically how that is how prospecting lists works. Okay. Perfect. Then we have the client section. So on the client section, basically, you know that sometimes we sell maybe in different years, or maybe during the year we sell to the same client. So that's why you can create client folders in case that you sell different times of the year to the same client. So let's say, for example, I have right here Tuji Fuji. It's an example. We have one lead that Gilia already won in this case in 2025, and we have one that in 2023 one of my team members won also. So the client folder, you can accommodate all the leads inside those client folders, and it's going to help you to maintain everything more organized. Finally, I want to show you what happens when you won a lead. So let's say we have Canva right here. So in this case is on today. Let's say I already talked with Paula. She's interesting. She's going to buy my service, my product. So I can move it to one, and I want you to see that there is going to appear different things in the screen. So I move it to one. And the first thing is right here, we have another goal process that is, for example, win 10 leads quarterly, win 2 leads monthly, and so on. I'm going to show you how to create those sales goals. And the system is congratulating me right here, and it's asking me if I want to create a follow-up process. In the case I want to create a follow-up process, basically is giving the system some instruction on when and on what I need to follow up as a post-sales process. So let's say I have to do a sales follow-up. I have some, sorry, I didn't show that. I have some pre-filled forms or templates right here. You can create those in the admin panel. So for example, a post-sales process is to follow up, do a customer satisfaction call, user review, follow-up email. So if I create this follow-up process, the system is going to remind me, depending on the days that I give the system, it's going to remind me that I need to do an action with this lead. And how it looks on the lead, I'm going to Canva. Right now is 1. And as I can see right here, I have the sales process, so I can check how is my performance going, and I can mark them as done, for example, mark as done. So I can have full control on the post-sales tasks, okay? Then right here at the top, we have the email icon. On the email icon, you can review all the emails that you already sent, and you can connect your email provider on this section. And finally, on the three dots, we have the analytics. You can review all of them, but I want to focus on the two main important things. The first one is the dashboard. On the dashboard, we have a general view of the company, on the performance of the company. Right here, you can see the current goals that the company is performing. So, for example, we already won 10 leads this month, and so on. You can put any type of tasks. I'm going to show you that in a moment. And then we can jump to the statistics. So on the statistics, we have the active leads, for example. The active leads is going to show me how much, or the weight amount that I have in the pipeline. I'm going to see, I can see it by sales rep. I can filter right here by team, by user, by pipeline. And also I can see individually each of my sales rep, how they are performing. I have the amount right here, the weighted amount right here. So you can see, for example, how many leads they have inactive, to do, standby, and so on. As you can see on all the statistics right here at the end, you can export all those statistics and review the information in an Excel format. And also on the statistics, I want to show you the company performance. This is also an important analytic because we are going to give you a kind of forecast. In this case, the information looks a little bit weird because this is a test environment, but you can see how each month is looking right now, and the volume and the won amount on each month. Okay. And finally, another statistic that I want to show you is the team activity. So right here, I can filter by a date range, but the importance about this section is, remember, the activity log on each lead. Right here is where you can see how or who is performing each activity. So I can see right here, for example, Janina, Inez, and David. David is already sent 20 emails, but Janina and Inez, they haven't sent anything. Same with calls, meetings, and all the information related to your sales rep. So remember, all the activities are customizable. You can create any type of activities depending on your sales process. I'm going to show you that in a moment in the admin panel. Okay? Perfect. Going back to the main dashboard, or the main view. Right here at the top on this bell, we have all the notification center. So, for example, Inez just tagged me in a call, so I can see all the information, all the email tracking, opening, and clicks. I can see all the information right here. Then we have the search bar. You can search by client, for example, Canva, let's say, and I can find Canva lead right there. And then we are going to move on to the profile and admin panel section. So right here we have the profile. This is on the personal account. So right here you can customize your name, photo, everything, settings and preferences. You can right here add your email signature. Once you connect your email, you can add your email signature. And then we can move on to the admin panel. So remember that you can customize almost 90% of the tool, and it's in this section. It's divided in 4 main sections, that is sales process, account management, integrations, and subscriptions. So on the sales process, you can customize everything inside the platform. So first, pipelines, you can create any new pipeline. You can edit the existing one, adding steps, moving the steps on the pipeline. Also, you can add or link the pipeline to specific team members or teams. So for example, I'm going to put Alex on this one. So yeah, this is how it looks. Also, you can add the sales scripts that I just showed you. You can link those sales scripts to each pipeline. Okay. Then we have the default files. Remember, the default files are the ones that, for example, I'm creating a new lead, and I'm going to see all the files right there. So the default files is important for you to know that you can add as many as you want, but it's important that, for example, if I'm putting right here, name number 2, let's say, you select the file type. So for example, I know that this is a first name. Okay, same with phone number. So for example, phone number 2, let's say, you need to select that is a mobile phone in this case, or a phone. This is because the system is going to recognize this way that is a phone number. And also, as you can see right here, we have email and phone with a little key. This is in order to make this file the way to detect duplicates. So for example, if I'm putting the email and it's already a lead, the system is going to advise me that there is a duplicated one. Then on the predefined tags, remember, you can create as many tags as you want. And it's important for you because you can then filter by tag and also maybe bring reports depending on the tags. So you can create as many tags as you want. And for example, as an example, we have here company size, enterprise, SMB, startup, B2B, B2C, and so on. And then on the sales activity, remember, the system always comes with call, answer, and unanswered, but you can create as many activities as you want depending on your sales process. Some ideas is, for example, qualification call, meeting, delivery, if you're delivering product to the client. So you can have more accurate data of who is performing what inside your company. Then we have the email templates. It's super easy. You can create email templates right here, and you can add the variables. So for example, hi, I'm going to bring the first name. So it's going to bring the variable. Hi, my name is David from, and for example, I can bring right here the company name. So, oh no, it's not lead company. It's going to be, yeah, it's going to be company right there. So that's how it looks or how it works on this section related to email templates, okay? Then on the sales scripts, remember, you can create sales scripts for your sales rep when they're in a call. So you can edit the questions that you're asking during those calls right here. Then on the sales goals, remember that when I was entering, for example, answer call, it will mark on one of my goals. So right here is where you can create those actions or those goals. So as an example, the first thing is that you have to identify the activity that is going to trigger this action. So for example, bad fit or good fit. Then the daily goal, if it's a daily, you can select monthly or annual, let's say. And you have to define the number that you need to, that is going to count on those goals, okay? And then, for example, on the post sales tasks, remember that I have some templates there. This is for once you won a lead, you can create post sales tasks inside the lead. So the system is going to remind you that you have to do some follow-ups with the won leads. Then on quotes and invoices, you can create right here or customize how you want to look those invoices. For example, the logo, the color, the layout, the setting of the numbers inside the quote and the invoice. Perfect. That's on the sales process section. Then on the account management, you have users section. On the user section, you can give access to different people. You can name them admin here in the 3 dots. You can edit and different actions related to users. Then on teams, you can create teams. Let's say, for example, you're working in US and Europe, so you can create different teams. On privacy and security, you can see, for example, sensitive actions, see who is deleting information, who is doing bulk actions, and so on. On preferences, you can review all the preferences related to your CRM or what it's going to see all your sales rep. On the interface, you can customize, for example, the color. As you can see, this one is green. You can put your logo to make it feel more like your company. And yeah, that's on the account management section. Okay. Then on integrations, remember we have third-party apps integrations. Right here, you can check all the integrations that we have. So for example, we have WhatsApp, some marketing and automation sales process. We have the phone solution systems. We have the no-code options with Zapier or Make, and some accounting and invoicing. So right here, yeah, you can review all the different partnerships that we have. With some of them, you have some months or some free trials, so you can review which one is the best fit for you. Then going back to integrations. So yeah, we have also the API and automations. On the API, you can connect APIs to noCRM, but I want to focus on automations. So basically on automations, you can create automations inside noCRM, meaning, for example, you have to choose the event that is going to trigger that action or that automation. So for example, every time that a lead is changed to one and it's on the opportunity pipeline, the system is going to send an automatic email. So you can do those type of automations. The way to create those is super simple. You just go here. So first you have to select the event that is going to trigger that action. So for example, let's say lead status change to 1. I want to add a condition. Let's say it's has the status of 1, or maybe better is the owner, David. Immediately, I have different options. For example, notify a user that for example, we close a lead, or add a tag, or for example, send an email. So I can select the welcome email, for example. So every time that I want a lead, is going to send automatically that email, or you can create any type of automation. Okay. Perfect. And then going to the subscription portion, right here, you can review the billing information and the plans and pricing. You can review all that information right there. But yeah, basically that's how it works, or that's how it works, this section. Important things before we close the product tour. Yeah, so here on the right panel, we have the Help Center. We have different options. You have Academy, Help Center, free webinars, video tutorials. I highly recommend you the Help Center. The Help Center is going to help you to answer any type of questions you have. So for example, let's say tax. So it's going to bring me the way to customize the tags, and you can find answer to any type of question. So for example, the templates, if you want to create some email templates, so you can review how to create email templates right here. So it's basically a really good structured help center. Let's say that you're having inconvenience, or you want to report a bug, or you want to get in contact with one of us. You can go to this little icon. The first answer is going to be an AI answer. That is going to be Kai, that is going to answer you. If you want, or if you still need help, you can ask for human support, and it's going to contact with some of us. Right now, we are some, for example, I am Connect, also Alex and Ines. You're going to see those faces during the process. But yeah, you can ask any question to us in this section. So yeah, going back to the presentation, remember, you can create your free trial right now. You have 15 days to use the free trial. You can invite all your sales team, create your different accounts. You can customize everything, create new pipelines, tags, activities, and see if noCRM is a good fit for you. Once you're ready to move on, you can select the plan. Remember, we have 3 different plans: Starter, Expert, and Dream Team. Of course, the Dream Team is the ones that is more complete, where you can see the integrations with BOP, email, WhatsApp, and so on. But yeah, once you're ready, you can choose your plan and start using noCRM. Thank you very much, and I hope you see you using noCRM, and happy selling. Have a good one. Bye-bye.